there? Okay, we are live on Facebook. Okay, let's try again. Invite to join. They have a wrong profile of you or something. What's your profile on elSol on Instagram? Can you tell me?
Sorry,
What's your profile on Instagram?
Albir Rojas.
Yeah, somehow it's not finding. Are you following elSol?
Yeah,
Okay, that's
I
weird.
just did because I was like maybe it's not going to work,
Okay,
and I
okay.
could, but yeah, I'm following now.
Uh, maybe that's why I cannot bring you. That's strange. I try again. Can you also find a button maybe on your Instagram? There's like an ask to join or something.
Yeah, but still it's not
Shit.
jumping. The
Yeah,
live.
yeah. Wait. I made a mistake because I use my personal profile. Oh my god, this is so professional.
Nah, it's
Now
just a
you
little
know
mistake. No problem.
it. Okay, now I'm here. I just did a live on my personal profile by mistake. I'm gonna bring Albir Rojas to chat with us to talk about his career. Okay, yes, now you're invited. Let's see. Do you see this invitation?
Yeah,
Yes, it's working. Welcome. Okay, so now
yes,
we put the laptops on silent.
yeah,
Yes.
perfect.
Albir Rojas, famous Kizomba instructor, a very versatile dancer. He's coming to elSol for the first time. Uh, Albir, can you tell us a couple of words about your career, how you became, let's say 1 minute, a summary.
Summary. So I started dancing in Panama, and it was with hip hop and choreography styles. Then I started to learn more dances, meanwhile I was studying. And because then of the studies, I came to Spain. And in Spain, I started to learn more Latin dances, ballroom, etc. And I had one student. He was from Lisbon, and he asked me, "Oh, you know Kisom?" I'm like, "No." He brought me music next class. Boom.
That's it.
Kizomba was in my life. So I started like that, Kizomba and all my dances from Panama as well. Yeah.
How many years have you been in the Kizomba addiction?
In Kizomba, I started 2006.
Okay.
So yeah, more now, yeah, more than 20 years. More no, yeah, a lot now.
Mhm. So, what could you say? Because I started dancing kizomba 2.5 years ago, and I used to hear this comment from salseros because I'm a salsera forever,
Yeah,
for 20 years. Oh, kizomba, your legs are hurting. I mean, but people don't do anything in kizomba. They just stand, they just walk. It's nothing. There is like this general
hmm,
misconception probably from the Latin community.
yeah,
And when I try to tell my friends about the beauty of dance,
hmm.
I'm not sure that I'm understood well. So maybe you could tell people what's the beauty of the dance. That you're a Latino from Panama, right? So you speak
Yeah,
Spanish and so on, and that
exactly.
culture pulled you in.
Yeah, I understand what they say, but every time I approach is try, but not just try in a social dance, but try to learn, about first about the African culture, and then about the new trends in terms of having connection, of having, this approach of the hug and everything. And it's true that sometimes they see nothing, but for us it is happening a lot.
This
So
inside dance.
yeah, so they need to try in a different way, because it's normal that they say, oh, the salsa has a lot of information, culture, technique, exactly as bachata. But for example, bachata, the approach is different. It's more sensual. So when some bachateros they started and they get that feeling, they're like, oh, now I understand. It's different. Yeah, it's a different way. Is, for example, I compare a little bit the connection with Brazilian zouk. Just that Brazilian zouk has a bigger radio, Kizomba has a smaller radio in that technique.
I was thinking of organizing a festival with zouk, kizomba, and bachata, because bachata could be inspired. They could train themselves also in this. Bachata is energy, and then zouk and kizomba have a similar concept of dance.
Yeah.
But I don't know if people would come to such an event.
I think yes, because we there was a festival in the States. I went now. This grateful for being 2 years there, and they mix three
Okay.
bachata, Brazilian zouk, and kizomba, and it's working. It's working because they are like, jumping from one to
Yeah.
like try music. They have a connection. Bachata and zouk, Brazilian zouk, they have a connection with the
Yes.
steps, and
Mhm.
Brazilian zouk and kizomba, they have a connection with the music.
Mhm.
So everything a little bit in those terms are related. So I think it can
That's
work.
that's my dream. So you were saying that you have to educate yourself, on the African culture and so on. So, what is it that you found out along the years?
Oh my God.
Just tell us a bit.
um, Honestly,
Nothing.
okay, I I love the African culture. I really appreciate people that help me in these, knowing more about the culture. Uh, and every time we learn, because I understood that there are many, plenty of information for different countries of in Africa. It's not just one country. Like for example, in my knowledge, bachata is mainly the culture from Dominica, Dominican Republic. But in Africa, we have Angola, Cape Verde, Senegal, Nigeria, Mozambique, and then Portugal because of the colonies. So there is plenty of information. So everyone tells the story the way they grew up with the story. So
Okay.
there is a lot of information.
So,
The
what's the
only
story? Tell us one story.
the that the music comes from one country, then the
Mhm.
dance is from another, then the fusion comes from this place and this place. But the problem is that, well, not problem, but the rich thing is that everyone has their story, and everyone says that their story is true. That is true, but there are different approaches. So if you say no, this is like this, some African they will say yes, but also this and this, and it's like okay, more information. But
Mhm.
then you say, okay, this is like this and this, but then another one from other country will say, yeah, but this is like this, and there is more
Mhm.
information. And then is plenty of information from different sides, and you need to try to, as a in this case Latino, you need, because I'm not from the culture, I need to understand, try to organize everything, but still it's complicated because also they are proud of the culture and sometimes they don't want to share it all
Mhm.
because they sometimes I feel that they will feel a little bit, like I don't know, it's mine, it's not yours, but then you are going to make it in a wrong way, blah 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 blah. But it works still here. Some people are open. This African community, Palops, are open to have this conversation with us.
Okay. There's also like the French Caribbean, right? Of the zouk and so on. They
Big,
also play a part, I think, in this musical.
big part as
Uh,
well. Also, they mix the fusion with the Zouk music, the original traditional
mm,
music from the West Indies, also have a big influence. Yeah, so it's a big.
yes, and then when I go to zouk class, I hear the music from our kizomba parties because they
Ex-
use the zouk.
exactly. Yeah.
Mm, okay. So could you define what is your superpower as an instructor?
Oh wow.
You
My
are
soup.
like, I mean, you're like an icon. You have a lot of respect, also a lot of respect from teachers. You're one of a kind. So what do you think?
Thank you for that. uh, I like that people have fun. I think they need to learn, obviously, in a proper way, methodology, technique, everything. But I think one important thing is to enjoy the process of learning. to have fun, to
Mhm.
smile, to create, a really good vibe in classes, in social dances, having fun, smiling. I think that's something really, really important. And
Mhm.
I'm a really clowny teacher.
Mhm.
I like to make, I like to see people happy. Yeah.
Okay. Did you have contact with Gwenda Lima? He was one of
Oh,
the
yeah.
pioneers. Is he still is he in Spain, or where is he now?
He lives in Lisbon now. He created a really beautiful dance center, and he's
Okay.
moving all what he taught us because he's my main master,
Mhm.
and now he's moving not just kizomba, but all these bio dance, all the
Mhm.
spiritual aspect in the dance, and it's really really nice. He quit it the past,
Quit. Yeah, quit.
and now he's kind of coming back in a different way. Some few festival, but it's really nice to see him again in the scene.
Okay. He used to also come to us all at the beginnings. Let me
Mm.
read some of the comments. Our community is involved here. Nuno Santos. If the people organize and respect the culture, it's a good way to then people transmit its own cultures and ideas. Yes, I
Mm.
think it's all about respect and fusion. And
Mm.
okay, and there is another one. Cuenta is in Lisbon and Marvila. Said Nuno. Okay. Um, yeah. So Albert, you don't work in a fixed duet. You don't have a partner, right? Like a steady
No,
partner.
no, not yet, but
Okay.
maybe.
I'm sure a lot of girls want to ask that question.
No, but I understood that. Uh, I think it's time to get back to that line. Also, because of this, well, I've been working in these years, 6 years now, with beautiful, beautiful ladies that I learn a lot from them. But I think it's time to create something again with someone. So I'm trying to do some rehearsals with one person. I cannot say now
Mhm.
who's her.
Mystery. Mhm.
Yeah, but I think it will be it's time because also Kizomba scene is getting for me, there was a lot of movement in Kizomba, uh, and I think now there is a big how you say that there is a big
Say it in Spanish.
the technique and everything is like increasing for me, in my
Mhm.
opinion, and it's
Mhm.
because of these dance couples. They are creating some of them. They're creating really beautiful
Mhm.
stuff in the scene, and I'm like, oh, it's time to have a new evolution again. So I think
Mhm.
it's time to create because partnership is really good in class for demos, for explaining, for people, everything. So I think it's time again for that.
Okay. Okay. So we'll be waiting for news. Is she in Spain?
Yeah, now she's living in Spain.
Okay. Okay. Well, she's not Spanish. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's a hint. That's a hint. What is your dream project? Where do you see yourself in 5, 10 years?
I want to also, as Quenda taught me, I like to get more into the spiritual part of
Mhm.
this Kizomba scene, this Kizomba world. I think it can be deeper, so people they can have more consciousness about how they can use this energy that Kizomba gives into personal growth, couple growth, family growth, because it can be export not just in the Kizomba scene but also in your
Mhm.
personal life. Kizomba brings, in my opinion, something that can help person and people to grow in a beautiful way, to be happier, to be better, to live life with a different point of view. So I would like to do that and create
Mhm.
not just festival but some a different approach so
Okay.
people can we can create a community of this. I know that not all the people are open for this, but after COVID, there are more people open for this spiritual part. I think it can work and it can help a lot of people.
I think everyone in the community actually intuitively uses that energy, right, to
Yeah,
improve the quality of their life, but without maybe analyzing, calling it anything, right? Because
yeah,
I think it's the loving, the tender touch, the exchange of energy, the kind of care, the moment that the meditation that people experience together. I think all that just really, really contributes. I
yeah,
actually, when I started dancing kizomba, then I understood the concept of zouk better because before coming from salsa has a structure. There's a basic step, so you dance connected, but you're also a bit disconnected
yeah.
in a way, right? So yes, so this learning this connection is it's amazing. We have some comments from our community. Is it AV? Someone, I think they're asking about the girl, the initials. He's not
Yeah.
gonna say. It's a mystery. Um, Yoga by Nada says, "Thank you. Would be meaningful to do this. Really."
Hmm,
Okay, we have some support.
nice.
Um, okay, so you've been in this for like 17 years, right? Before you were doing popping. You said
I
like
was
street.
doing, yeah, like street dance, hip hop, a little bit more of that, and
Mhm.
I was a lot in Panama. We have a company and we do some also theater, acting, and musicals and stuff like that. It was really nice at that moment.
So you use some of this, right? When you do your solo shows, you use.
Exactly, exactly. Because I'm not the best dancer, and we need to entertain people. So if I just dance, people they will say like, nah. but if you put some acting and you tell a story to people, then you are entertaining people. So yeah, I like that approach.
Okay, Nuno is asking, do you want a Portuguese partner, Albir?
Yeah, Portuguese
Why not?
followers. Yeah, they are amazing. They are amazing. Yeah, yeah, for sure. It will be really nice as well. Yeah.
Okay, did you have any like low moments in your career, points of burnout, crises, and how did you come out of them?
Uh, yeah, yeah. I had some, and I think the hardest one was in this February. Uh, I had to go to the hospital and everything. My brain, it's like I had like a shutdown completely.
Okay.
Yeah, and friends, family, they helped me a lot. And I have new motivations. I see many things in a different way. That phrase that you need to touch
The
really
bottom.
low to realize many things. That's what happened. I was going. I thought it was like it's over. I'm going to even go back to Panama to my family, but it changed. People helped me a lot, and yeah, I discover new motivations. I discover that life, well, there was like a certification that yeah, life is hard, but life is beautiful, and we need to use the time we have in this world to create beautiful things for people. That's our legacy. We are not going to leave money behind or clothes behind or cars behind. We are going to give information and love, and this is what I would like to share. And when I'm not here anymore, people will still talk about that. Mm.
Was it like anxiety or depression influenced?
Yeah,
Mhm.
everything makes
A lot of people. I,
depression.
I ask because a lot of people also in our industry
Mm.
experience weak moments. So
Yeah, because people say, "Oh, you're traveling the whole time. Life is it should be. It's really nice. You're at festivals, dancing all weekends." I'm like, yeah, this is not. It's not
It's
like that.
exhausting. It's exhausting.
It's harder than that. And yeah, I heard about also in bachata, also some other colleagues from kizomba, salsa as
Mhm.
well. They are sometimes really really tired. But yeah, you need to find different motivation, and sometimes you need to move from that spot of
Mhm.
your comfort area
Mhm.
and jump and do that jump that will bring you to something scary but different, and at the same time with this motivation and to make you feel that you need to work again. And it's
Mhm.
nice to make that jump.
Mm. Yeah, I guess we can sometimes lose a purpose.
Hmm.
Um, let's see a couple of comments here. Me encanta el trabajo que hace Albir. Besos desde Venezuela.
Oh,
It's easy to the people to say bad things, but the good thing is hard to say and talk about it. Okay, Albir, we love you.
mm, I love you
Yes,
too.
you recorded a video lately. I just saw a fragment of it regarding social dancing, right?
Yeah,
I don't remember what the message was in the end. Can you talk about this a bit?
yeah, the main message is was that we need to have a balance in social dances. Some people they were not they didn't agree. I accept completely, but some people they misunderstood maybe because I say it in a wrong way. I think it was clear,
Mhm.
but some people say like, "Oh no, but you're not getting paid." I'm like, I'm not okay. Of course, if I get paid, it's better. I'm not going to be a liar. Obviously, this is my
Mhm.
job, but that's not the main thing. I even if you don't pay, it's cool. But just the respect between organizers, attendees, and the artists. It's
Mhm.
just to have that balance that everyone will have the consciousness that we need to work together and have a balance in social dances, because sometimes is too much pressure, but too much pressure from everyone, the
Yeah.
organizers to the artists to the organizers, and I know that some organizers, and as I said in the video, they suffer. You as an organizer, I know that you invest a lot of money. That weekend, the well, previous month is crazy. It's crazy the way you need to organize, the
Hmm.
things you need to handle is crazy. So I said my respect to that, because you are giving us job to do. You are giving,
Yeah,
and you
and
are
I take on the financial responsibility. When
exactly.
there is not enough money, I'm looking at it and I'm not sleeping.
Ex-
Working on. Of course, I have to sell, but sometimes when the market changes, COVID, post COVID, venue changes, it's not that easy.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
so yeah. But was the issue that you were pressured to social dance, or that you were not paid for your artistic work?
Sometimes, yeah, they don't pay. They invite you, and you are like, oh yeah, oh I will pay you when, and then some people they don't pay, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm
That's not.
that's
That's
not
not.
nice. And then I like to dance with people. I love to dance. That's why I'm dancing. This is
Hmm.
my life job to do. But is the way sometimes the approach of the people that they ask to dance. Sometimes they insult you. Sometimes they treat you in like, you have to do this, you have to dance, and sometimes they see us, some of us dancing the whole night, and you're like, oh, let me take a break. No, 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 you need to dance with me. I'm like, yeah, but I need to have just a drink. And then you go to in the corner, and they see you like drinking, having a restaurant. You would like to dance? I'm like, yeah. Can we wait for 10 minutes? And they're like,
Yeah.
okay, and they stay there. Like I'm like, okay, the things like
Yeah.
this, that.
This is especially in Kizomba. I think I
Mm,
also have a perspective as an organizer, but I used to be a performer, international performer in salsa. So I also remember the pressure, although salsa is a different dance. But it was for me actually a relief when I stopped being a performer and I started to go to a festival for my own money. I booked my own accommodation, I booked my own flight,
mm,
and I was like, I don't have to dance
Yeah.
if I don't want to. It's like, okay, maybe I'm not on stage, people don't clap for me, but I can be in my own space. So it is stressful, when you're trying to
Mm,
satisfy people.
mm,
Even for a woman, it's even worse because we don't, we cannot just manage the dance a lot of the
mm,
times. We're influenced by the guy's lead,
mm.
and the lead is, but it depends. But
Yeah.
I think as an organizer, I hear sometimes from other artists or from other organizers, you should make your artists dance. And I always say, I mean, of course, we need artists on the dance floor,
Mm,
but they are, they're tired, and they obviously everyone wants to dance with them, so they're gonna be there for a while, but they're not gonna be all night. They cannot make everyone happy, and it's some people are offended by this.
mm,
So I try to balance when I contract people. I try to bring fresh artists, those that
mm,
are very short time in this, they're excited about everything, they're going to dance all night, perform, teach, right? Because they still have that energy. And then you have the big names, who have been doing this for 20, 15, 10 years, and I also feel like they have the right to be tired,
mm.
especially if you're someone, I don't know, after, you're not 20, you're 35 plus.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of understanding also, and I try to create conditions, atmosphere that will just make them enjoy it, but I never push, like it's time to go on the dance floor.
Mm,
And I think in Kizomba it's also very extreme, you
mm,
know, that the men are perceived as someone who is supposed to make the party.
mm. Yeah. Totally agree on that. I don't have anything to say.
Let's read the comments. Uh, we wait for you in Turin on Saturday. You're going to Torino, Turin. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
this weekend, yeah.
The main problem on social dance is everyone to work on themselves, and the organizers should talk to each other. I mean, yeah, we talk. I also talk to artists and students. I don't know if we should be talking to each other so much, organizers, because everyone has different philosophy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So Albert, from today's perspective, what would you advise to yourself at the age of 19?
Mm,
It's a deep question.
yeah.
I have to think. Take your time. I'm going to read a comment. It's good that you create the conditions to look after the artist's energy. Yeah, I do that because I've been there myself.
Nice. I think something that I learned from this February that I had this,
Mhm. Crisis.
yeah, is that the only thing that we have is time. Like actually we need to use time in a positive way. I love to dance, I love festivals, and I'm grateful for that, but also I need to spend time in some other things, to share more with friends, to share more with family, to share love in a different way with them as well. So that will give me also a different way of breathe than in the festival. I will appreciate even more the festivals because, as I said before, and it's not because you're here, but I I talk with some organizers, and some of them they struggle a lot. You need to buy the tickets, you need to put the accommodation, the food, the payment, and sometimes there are some artists that they are, I lost the flight. What can I'm like? Oh my god, no,
That's so bad.
these kind of things. So I'm really grateful that festivals they exist because of you. If not, we will not have that part of our job. As a dancers, we have our regular classes in our countries. We have our online something podcasts, things like that. But then festivals are a really important part because then you can share with people from all around the world, and it's because of you organizers. So that should people also, not just all of the artists, but people. If the organizers they don't exist, you will not have any festivals, and you need to respect the job. There are some really good organizers. There are some organizers that they are not good. I need some of them they need to improve. Also, to be honest, but there are some good organizers, really good events that people they need to appreciate a little bit more, because some people they just arrive, everything is nice, and they start to complain immediately. Oh no, there is too much heat in the room. I'm like, yeah, but you are dancing. You should feel heat in the room.
Exactly.
Things
Yeah,
like that.
and to be honest, I have never been to a good party that would not be hot.
Exactly.
Always, if the party is good, people move, sweat. It's always everybody's drenched, and it's
Exactly. It's like that. If you dance, you sweat.
yeah,
It's normal.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think we are all the community, because I don't see myself. Sometimes as people they're curious about my work as an organizer, but I don't really like go around say I'm an organizer, because organizing is easy. I have two kids. I organize our daily life. I organize the events. It's organizing is about predicting the reality
Mm,
and preparing for it. It's not rocket. It's not coding. It's
yeah.
not something you have to study for a long time. It's just common sense
Yeah.
experience, of course. But I'm a dancer. I dance all my life, and right now my job is to organize, because I prefer this way of working than going to congresses and exploiting my body and so on,
Mm,
especially with family. But I see myself as a dancer, so I think in the community we all just love dance and music, and we play certain roles. At some point someone is a teacher, at some point someone is a performer, at some point it's an organizer, or someone runs a school. So I feel very connected to the community in general. I don't really identify with the organizers as a group of people,
mm,
right? I,
yeah.
I, I identify more as a dancer who organizes. So I think
So,
it
but
gives me a lot
yeah,
more.
but you, yeah, you have it, and as you say, you said something really, really nice to predict what is going to
Mhm.
happen, so you're going to be prepared. Yeah, some people they don't even no, not even artists, even in class, organizers like should I do if this no, yeah, but that's a perfect explanation.
Yeah, this is it's just, I think it's a practical way of thinking,
Yeah.
discipline maybe. And
Hmm,
so I'm gonna train people in this one day, because it's really not that hard.
yeah, yeah, but that's something that maybe let's say 50-50 about discipline. You said discipline. Some people it's hard to get into this discipline, to
Yeah.
learn, to organize, to train, to work, to everything. So yeah, this is
And I think it's like an interior drive, because I have children, and my daughter, she's looking at my life,
mm,
obviously. She has no discipline whatsoever. It's dramatic. And I'm thinking, how is it possible that I could not teach her that?
yeah,
you know so
yeah,
maybe it's also the drive. I mean, if you really want something, you're gonna
yeah,
learn the discipline.
exactly, as well, as well,
For now she just
as
doesn't want anything.
well.
Okay, we have some comments. Yoga by Nada again. I think any dancer is first of all a human being, and there is no point at dancing with someone who doesn't enjoy. Exactly.
Hmm, yeah,
So if a dancer needs a rest, boundaries need to be set with respect. Of course, that's a good point. Some not organized organizers. Okay, that was a comment for the current talk. Yeah, yeah. Actually, for instance, when there is a line to dance with a guy, I will never stand in the line, because I don't want a dance that's just another one. Because
yeah,
it's like it's very typical in actually in bachata, the huge lines, and then the dancer will dance with everyone 30 seconds, because otherwise, he's going to be there all night nonstop. So he has to. But then I would not enjoy a 30-second dance. I
yeah.
would never stand.
That's a big question, that like a really big question for the followers in bachata. I'm like, they dance actually literally 30 seconds and you see, I'm like, they wait these maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour for those 30 seconds, and they are like, but I'm like,
It's
yeah,
for
but
a
what
video.
happened?
It's a bit
What?
like a now rock star type of atmosphere, to touch your
Yeah,
idol.
yeah, exactly. But what happened with the connection, with the energy flow, with the conversation, with the, with everything that happens in that dance? But yeah, as you said, they look like a kind of like a rock star, and I
Mhm.
also I understand. But yeah, hope it can be changed
What do
in
you
a
think?
different way.
What do you think of the relationship of marketing and arts in our community?
I understand. I understand. I'm 35 plus. There was a really nice nice number. 35 plus.
Okay, me too, me too.
Yeah,
I invented it for me.
yeah. It's nice. And I understand what happened with the network, social network. Now, when I started, we were not using that.
Yeah.
But now you need to be part of the dance scene. I'm like, wow. And I understand, but also sometimes it's too much time that we need to be there. I'm like, ah, no, I'm not going to allow myself to be invest so much time in social. If it happens, cool. If it doesn't happen,
Mhm.
let's see. But some people, yeah, they are like really into that marketing stuff, and they're really good. And if they are happy with that, cool. For me, it's good. But I will not be that so happy investing that mm, time
You
in
mean like
those.
changing outfits all the time, or
No,
uh,
yeah.
yeah,
And doing live, like how I'm going to change, how I'm going to do this. I'm
oh,
like,
yeah,
no,
yeah. What I'm
I'm
gonna eat?
really, yeah, I'm like, this is my private life, and I need this, my private life. I need my space, my personal, my loneliness. I need this as well. Even in the festivals, sometimes organize. I'm going to say something. So organizers, they ask me, I'm sorry for this, and I can explain this. Like, oh, can you share rooms with someone?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I will appreciate if I don't share room, because that's my time to be alone. That's my time
Mm-hmm.
to rest. That's my time to be naked in my room and just walk and dance and be myself in that space. That's for me my safe space in the festival, because you even sometimes you go outside of the room and you meet people and they ask for a picture, and I'm really grateful for that. But just even when you go out from the room and you are eating and people, they can, oh, I know that you are eating, but can we share? And people, they go into you, even though when you are eating, when you are sharing with one friend. So that's why my approach of having a room by myself. Because some people, honestly, they say like, no, because Albi wants to, have a private with some girls, blah, blah. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not because of that. It's mainly because that's my safe space. That's my. I can have my loneliness in that space. I can take out my mask sometimes, and I can be safe in that space.
What's your mask? What mask do you put on?
The happiness every time.
Mhm. Mhm.
I need
Okay.
to, because I love to see people happy. That's one of my main goals, to bring them a smile of, okay, joy. But if I'm sad, or sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I'm having some issues with my family, in my personal life, sometimes, life, life. And they are, oh, Albiro, you don't look good. You look sad.
Exactly. You're not smiling. Why are you not?
Yeah, it's not you anymore. I'm like, yeah, I can. So sometimes you need to wear this mask, and I accept that, because I know that this is a public, face-to-face work job with people. I don't have, they don't need to see if I'm angry, if I'm sad, if I'm annoyed or something. They need to see that I love this job, and I love this job. Sometimes it's true that we have this
Mhm.
sadness, but They don't have to know that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think also because as an artist, you give a lot when you go to a congress. You give this energy, you give the classes, you give the dances,
Mm,
you talk to the promoters, right, to the students. So you need certain space where you're gonna take when something is going to be there for you.
mm,
So empty space is one thing, but also in life, you need another art form. You need to be trained in something. You need to go when someone is gonna show you, teach you, support you, because you do this. You give this to the people, and then you burn out.
mm. Exactly.
You have to
Yeah.
feel something. I had a conversation once because I remember also when I was performing, and back in the days, it was I wouldn't get a single room, but I really wanted a twin room.
Mm,
I didn't want to share a bed with my partner. And it was complete disrespect. I mean, it was 2005, 2006, 7, when I arrived at the hotel, and I asked, is this a double or twin room? Double. I'm like, we cannot be in a double room. We have to be in a twin room. Oh, they're finished, you know. And
yeah.
then as a girl, you have your period. You have to sleep next to your sweaty partner, whom you maybe, I don't know, you had a fight with. It's so uncomfortable, and it's not even any sexual abuse, but it's just
Mm,
putting a human being
yeah.
in such a situation. It's really bad. So whenever artists demand single rooms, also I give them the rooms. I hope that I will sell enough passes to
Mm,
cover all these costs. Of course, it's more expensive. Of course, I would prefer if they share it. But once a group of organizers was trying to get me into their group, and they say, "Oh, Anya, because you're spoiling the artists, because you pay them what they want, and then you give them the rooms that they want, and then we have to do that too, and you're destroying this. They have too much expectation." And I said, I'm sorry. It's because I don't identify with the group of male organizers who want to rule the world. I said, I'm sorry, but as long as I can, I'm gonna give them the single rooms because I
mm,
know what it feels like. If I can't, then I'm going to negotiate, or I'm going to work with emerging artists who are going to put up with this, because it also depends on the point in your career. But I will not just say no to them because you ask me to.
mm.
You know,
Yeah.
that's like another thing that men can think that they're gonna come tell me something and I'm gonna do it because it's gonna be comfortable for them. Like,
Mm.
excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thankful for that.
Mhm.
Yeah, because yeah, you understand that part, and exactly as you said, that was a really nice example. It's like why I have, even though we are working together, yeah, I need to be have my time at least at alone in my bed. I don't have to.
Yeah,
Yeah, for example, and I be honest, why should someone in my room have to listen me snoring? Because I snore. Yeah,
exactly.
that person do not deserve. They need a proper rest. So I
Yes.
will say I will rest when I'm sleeping because I'm like a rock, like a stone. But
Mhm.
that person will suffer my snoring. In that,
Yeah,
no, that should not
yeah.
happen.
Yeah, yeah, I cannot sleep when someone snores.
Yeah. Yes,
Forget
yeah.
it. That's a killer. I understand. So what's your when you go to a festival? What is your routine? Like, I don't know. Do you dance until 7 a.m.? Go for breakfast? Go for a class? Or when do you take care of your sleep hygiene?
Yeah, depends on the schedule. I like to first of well, I go to workshops depending on the workshops. Then I like to go to the socials in the afternoon. I think socials in the afternoon are a really nice. It's a
Mhm.
different energy from the night socials.
You know what I love during COVID? We were doing parties and Warsaw secret parties until 10 or until 12 at night.
Yeah,
They were like early evenings, starting
yeah,
at 7, starting at 8. I love that because after 1 a.m., 2 a.m., it's time for sleep.
yeah.
So
Exactly.
I really liked it. It was like active dancing.
Mm. Yeah. So then after social, depends. Like I have workshop, I go to dinner, and then I try to have a nap before going to the night party. I go to the night party. I dress, blah 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 blah. I love that time. I like that time. Like you get ready. I love that time. You get that. You go to this. I go to the social. Then I dance. like in a working time. Boo, 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 boo. Then I take a break. After that, I come to my room. Rest a little bit, and I come back after like maybe 30 minutes, something like that. And then I dance like chill and stuff. And depending on the energy, but normally I close the parties normally. Depending also on the time of the breakfast, as you said. Depending on the time. Say if the breakfast is at 6, straight to go for
Yeah.
breakfast. If the
Yeah.
breakfast is at 8, I will try to finish before and then go to breakfast at the moment it ends.
Mhm.
And then
Oh my God.
depending on the time of the workshop, I will take another nap or I will go
Mhm.
straight to prepare my classes, blah, 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 blah.
Mhm. You know, we actually play until 9 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
DJs will hate me, but people dance. People will dance
Yeah,
and stuff.
for
So
sure, there are people staying there the whole time.
yeah. So okay, we have some comments. Sasha Kizamba Bachata. I love this talk. Some festivals they have this too, and we can ask questions to the teachers. I like this a lot. Okay, I mean the talk. Okay, tonight. Yes, ask questions also.
Yeah.
Evelina says it seems that you have a lot of inner calm and you're spreading a lot of good energy. What's your secret, Albir?
Uh, I think uh, my point of view of life is one of them is to have fun. To have fun. But it's as you said, it's true that we need to recharge. So I use my meditation and here at home to listen to music by myself. Now I'm starting to do some more. When I was younger, I did a lot of sports. Now I'm trying to get back to sports again. I'm trying to do different things. Like I was yesterday I came from a Afrobeat festival in Barcelona. I went just there for one night and I came back. This Thursday I'm going to go because I love electronic chill music. I'm going to some electronic concerts. This kind of stuff. For me, in terms of art, recharge me
Mhm.
and make me go into also more creative stuff. Into art, into dance purpose, and it's good to have this, and also that the spiritual part of meditation, having time to do my training, physical training, some yoga stuff. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so it's like taking care of yourself, basically.
yeah, and eating good. Trying to eat the best
Mm.
way I can. Do not eat junk food.
Okay,
Avoid
what
McDonald's.
do you cook?
Yeah, I cook. I like to cook. Well, my vegetables, my raw rice. I mean, brown rice.
Wrong.
Yeah, I no Coke, no
Mhm.
McDonald's, no Burger King, none of these stuff. I like to cook fresh food every time,
Mhm.
every single day.
Okay, let's read some more. Okay, that was the. I have another question regarding energy and also ego, but I'm gonna. You can start thinking about the ego.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna read some more. Can you elaborate? What's the difference in experience between being a solo artist and being a partnership? What are the pros and cons?
Uh, pros and okay. If you have a partner, okay, 6 years being alone, you will travel alone. Sometimes long distance, but I like that. I
Mm-hmm.
like to be alone in some journeys. But it's true that sometimes you want to share with someone also that journey. So there is a pro and a contra to be alone in the trips and not. For example, what I miss is to have like a really connected demo. Six years that I haven't been like, well, some with some followers I had a really good connection, but also you need that part of that complicity that you have with your partner, in terms that something is going to happen, you both know what is going to happen, and that sparks come into the demo. For example, I miss that complicity with my with some part with my partner in that case.
Mhm.
But I like to travel alone. I learn to enjoy my loneliness, and I'm good with that. I'm not. But also sometimes you need these partners. Sometimes you need also the support of in class, because sometimes you need to talk and do this for 1 hour or maybe more. If you have someone that supports you, that we are going to support each other, in that, and it's going to be easier also in the way you explain.
Do you identify more as introvert or extrovert?
Introvert.
I can tell that. Yes. This is why you have to put on a mask.
Yeah.
Uh, Silvana says, Hola, Albir. Hello, guys. Happy watching you. 3,000 love for both of you. It's a lot of love.
Yeah. Thank
Saludos
you.
de Brasil. Uh, okay. Kenya. Saludos de Brasil. Another person. Okay. This is now. Oh, but many people you see in several festivals. Many people. I don't understand. Maybe you can develop the question.
Mm.
Um, I wanted to ask, I don't know if you're going to answer me, but in the Kizomba scene, I know that love life is complicated.
Yeah.
Relationship life. Do you have any comments, any experience you'd like to share, or something general? Because, like for instance, the Zouk community,
Mm.
the world's top, a lot of those people are declared polyamoric, for instance.
Boring? What?
Polyamoria, like,
Poly. Okay. Okay.
and that's a definition, that's a thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so
I. Okay. Somewhere. When I started. Okay. I learned that if you have this beautiful connection in the dance, and you are like walking in clouds, and you are like, oh, this is the love of my life, that's not true. That just happens in the dance in that moment. And if you want, this can be the first step, the first step to start knowing this person.
Mhm.
So my advice is that if you have this connection, respectful connection, yeah, for me, it's good that you can talk, have a coffee, have a conversation, meet to dance again, and so on, to start knowing this person. That doesn't mean that you are going to have, this love. No, that's just the moment. You need to work for that communication. And then about, it is important to have a lot of communication. If you are having someone in the scene, a lot of patience, a lot of complicity, because you need to understand that at some point you are going to find someone that you will have a good connection, that is not going to be your boyfriend or your girlfriend. And you need to understand that it can happen. I know that it hurts, and you because of your insecurities, my insecurities as well, you're going to be like, oh, it hurts, it touch your heart. But then communication will be a really beautiful thing to do after that. You have time to share with people, and then you need that time to share with your partner, talk, to support each other, to show the love. And the love for me is having that patience, that communication, that complicity, that I'm in touch with you, I will support you, I will support me, I will support the relationship, in terms that it keep going in a good way. But it's not easy.
Mhm. Um, so what do you think this connection that we experience on the dance floor, that's so magical? Is it some special energy exchange, or what is it that sometimes, I don't know, one girl tells me, oh, this guy, she doesn't like dancing with him, and I can dance 1 hour with him, or the other way around,
Hmm.
right? That it's not with every person.
Hmm. Uh, for example, you can sometimes it happens that you start dancing with this person and you have this incredible connection and you are so happy, blah blah blah. The day after, the next day, you are looking for that person, you find that person and
And
you
it's
start to
not
dance
this.
and it didn't work. um your the balance that you have or the energy flow that you have one day sometimes it's not the same the day after or the previous day. Is the way you exchange, the way you open to that
Mhm.
person, the way you open yourself into that connection. So sometimes it can be magical, sometimes not. But it's not only about the person, but the way you bring your energy to that moment, the way you enjoy the moment, the way you be yourself in that moment. So the consciousness of what you are doing in that moment is really important because you don't have to come with some expectation because normally expectations bring everything down. You are like,
Mhm.
oh, that was beautiful yesterday, it's going to be amazing today, and then pop. No,
Mhm.
you just need to leave that moment.
Mhm.
Sometimes it will happen, sometimes it will not.
Mhm. Thank you for this. Let's see. People are just saying here, yes, yes, I do agree, Monsieur. Um, yes, it's a lot of confirmations. I have another question that comes to my head um, about ego.
Hmm,
You know, probably. I mean, I have a personal journey with this, and I'm sure you, as an artist, as a man, also, you must also have had experience that how it's at certain points in your life, how it influences you, or what work did you have to do to be now in this peaceful moment
hmm.
in life.
uh I think also is the way your experiences in life, no, the way you grew up, the way you face your problems, your difficulties, they will make you understand and appreciate what you have, in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
For some of us, some people, that we come to another country and we experience that it was not that easy as we thought, and we need to you fall and you need to stand up again and keep walking. That makes you, in my case, that made me appreciate what I have. Before, when I was in Panama, I was like, I don't eat this, I don't eat that, I don't eat that. But when you are starving, you eat, you eat, you need
Yeah.
to, yeah, and you appreciate that you have that in that moment. You need to appreciate. So the
Mm-hmm.
way you appreciate brings you in a consciousness of how you are going to handle some situations. In this case, fame, because in our world we have this kind of fame, but the first part of that consciousness is that it's in this world. Outside, you nobody knows you. So just in this world of the dance world, you are known because of the way you dance, the way you technique, the way you talk, the way. But you need to respect that, because the students, the people are giving you that energy. You don't just take that energy from them. You need to give what they are giving to you. So you need to respect that energy from the students. And it's true that for me, you need to have ego, but you can have two approaches. An ego of, oh, I need to learn, I'm going to grow, I'm going to be better, I'm going to work on this because I need to be better, but not to step on some people, but to be better for me. The only person that I will try to challenge is myself, no other people. But that ego in the way you grow is good. But the ego of I'm going to be better than you, I'm going to step on your head because I'm better than you, and even though will not work, I will be better than you. That for me is not good. At some point, you are going to be here, but if you keep that, it's easy to go up, but to keep this position, that's the hardest part because at some point you're going to fall. It's good to have ego because that ego is the love for yourself. But you need to be humble with that ego, knowing that is you work a lot for to be in that position, but also you had and you are going to have the support of some people. So you need to value that, appreciate that, and respect that. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, you're talking about certain, I think, modesty and like life wisdom, and that's very, very nice. Um, Sasha Kizomba Bachata saying, I love to see how it's possible for Albir to develop connections to the people and his dance partner also in the demo. I like to see that this is possible in a short time.
Mm.
Mm,
Yeah.
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 I think I'm out of questions. Would you like to send a message to the community? Do you have anything to add?
Uh, Relax.
Relax.
Relax for everything.
Okay,
Because
everyone relax.
yeah, because some people we are in a rush, and this time we are in a rush. We want to learn fast. We want to go into festivals and be the best one in a fast way. We want to every for me we are in this rush. No, relax. Everything is going to happen if you think in a positive way and you be positive, will attract positive, but it will require time. People that they want to learn in 3 months, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. You need to relax and understand that it will take some time to develop your methodology, your technique, etc. Relax in the social dance. Maybe you will have good dances, maybe not. Relax to have the consciousness that maybe something is wrong and something is happening and some people are saying no, no, no. Stop. Relax because something you need to change something because something is wrong in that moment. Relax, stop, think what you can do better, what you can improve. Artists, relax. You are not famous. You are a human being that you have a talent and you are giving your talent to people. Organizers, relax as well. Sometimes, yeah, you are doing a nice job, but sometimes people they are not going to like everything that you do. But if you know that you are doing in with love to share and to give people opportunity to dance in your country, in your hometown, is if you do the things with love, it will come love. You are going to find some haters for sure, but relax. You don't need those people. Hope those people they go to another festival. Yeah, it's about to stop, relax, and think. Just meditate a little bit more how it can be positive for you and positive for other people.
That's beautiful. It's a beautiful message. Let me read. We have another question. What was the best compliment you both ever received as a dancer?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I know. I know. Uh, I, this happens, and I remember mainly one man. He told me, "Albi, you." But this happens to me some several times now, and it's beautiful. And then normally we talk about that. They told me, "Albi, I need." They grab me apart and they say, "I need I need to," I say that, "I need to make you know, I need to tell you that you changed my life." I'm like, "No, I haven't changed your life. You changed your life by this." Yeah. They say like, okay, yeah, but you motivate me to do that now because of this video, or because this dance, or because this phrase that you said in class. I took the courage to change this in my life, and this is beautiful to know, because some people they make really really big changes, and this man told me that, and he started to cry, and I was like, oh wow. And we got apart, we hug each other, and then we talk. He explained me, and I'm like, oh wow, we need to, as a teachers, as an artist, we need to be careful for the information we give to people, because
Mm.
we touch people, and we can touch them in a positive way, but also we can touch them in a negative way. So we need to be careful about what is the approach in classes, how we talk with people, because they can, these words, these sentences, they can touch people for good or for bad. I'm happy and I'm grateful that some people came to me to give me the feedback that it was for good. So I think then I feel that, okay, I'm doing something good for the people, no, for this world. Because one friend told me once, Albir, what you're trying to do, you cannot change the world. The world. I'm like, no, but I can try to touch some people, and those people are going to touch some others. So we create a network of good vibes, and people can change because of just little details. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. There's an impact
Mm,
in it. For me, I mean, I receive a lot of feedback about my work as an organizer and about how I make the Poland better, and I give people this amazing experience.
mm,
That usually around the festival, but lately I received a comment also regarding my dancing, which doesn't happen much because I don't really expose myself that much. And someone told me, "You don't realize how amazing of a dancer you are. That you definitely still have a job in the artistic area to do." And that was just something that touched me because yeah, I mean, is my love, is my passion.
nice.
I don't promote myself like that anymore, but it is in me. So it was
Mm,
just nice to be appreciated.
nice. Nice. That's
Um,
beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
yeah. And then we have another comment. Thank you for being yourself and for your time. And yes, relax. Thank you,
Mm.
elSol Festival, for hosting such an interesting part of social dancing. You're welcome. It's my pleasure too. Okay. Thank you, Albir.
No,
You're
thank
amazing.
you. No, you are giving me this opportunity. So, and this is really really nice, really nice. So people they can know you
Mm.
better. They can know the artists of the festivals better. So when they go to the workshops, they're like,
They know what to
oh,
expect.
exactly, exactly, and they know them a little bit more. So thank you for this. It's really nice, really nice.
Mm. I'm going to save this here. I'll make a collaboration with you so it can be on your profile and then people can come back to it whenever
Perfect, perfect.
they want to. So thank you so
Yeah.
much. Looking forward
Thank
to
you.
seeing you
Yeah,
in November.
yeah.
And
It's
yeah,
going
thank
to.
you guys for asking all these questions, for
Yeah.
keeping up with the flow.
Yeah. Thank you very, 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 very much.
Take care.
Ciao, ciao.
Okay. And ending